Yay Media Group.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Spill the Beans podcast.
We're here with our husbands today.
Yo, yo, yo.
How's it going, guys?
Guys, this is a very spooky episode because we only have 2 mics. So we're going to be sharing 2 mics. We're going to make it work. But we have 2 special guests, our husbands.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Luis.
But what's your actual name? Barnacle Boy.
Barnacle Boy.
What was
Mermaid Man?
Mermaid Man, yeah.
Question mark?
I'm Patrick Starr, and
What is it? Mihoy Manyoy?
okay, do you want to go ahead and introduce our topic of the day?
Spooky stories.
As you guys know, last week we had a real life spooky stories. So like your craziest accident, but today it's going to be your paranormal story.
Dun, 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 dun. Do you guys have a spooky story?
Luis, I think you said you had one, right?
Well, you and Luis, right? So let's go ahead and start with your guys'.
Okay.
All right. You want to just go back and forth, or you want me to say it?
Go ahead and start, and then I'll fill in what you go ahead and start, and I'll fill in whatever I think.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one's really spooky, and I'm already sweating just thinking about it. So when was it? The year we were getting married?
Yeah, about
2021.
4 years ago.
Yeah, in 2021, we took a trip to Mexico. This was actually my first time going to Mexico because my parents had just got their papers. And I'm so nervous. I'm literally like breathing hard. I don't even know if you guys know this story or not. No? Okay. We went to Mexico and we stayed at my grandma's house in un ranchito. And this was my first time going to that ranchito. It's like really, really small. And I'm not going to say the name just for safety purposes. But we went to... it was an afternoon and we went to one of my tia's house who lived in that same pueblito. And we came back and my dad was like, did you guys notice we were being followed? And none of us noticed it. I was like, no, it was probably just him because he was driving and he saw the rearview mirror. I was like, no, nobody noticed it. So whatever. So at my grandma's house, as soon as you walk in, it's the living room and then you walk back to the rooms, the kitchen, etc. We were going to bed. We were setting up everything to go to bed. Luis and I set up a, what's it called? A blow-up mattress.
Yeah.
In the living room, and everybody else slept in the rooms. And in that house, my grandma, it's her house and she lives there part-time. And then her son, which is my uncle, lives there, but he has his own room. So everybody else was kind of in the room with my grandma. Well, were we asleep yet or not? We were just talking, right?
No, we were just talking in the living room. We were literally laying down.
Yeah. And do you remember what time it was?
It was late. It was like 11.
Yeah, it was like 11, and everybody was asleep. And like I said, Luis and I, it was actually really cute. We were having like a cute, like really deep talk. We were connecting, whatever, pre-wedding vibes. And all of a sudden, okay, so it's pitch black because there's no lights on and it's just Luis and I. It's pitch black and
it's
the
literally
windows.
in el rancho en una loma.
Yeah, like there's no freaking lights, no city lights, nothing. Oh my God, I'm like breathing so hard. This is traumatizing. And you can see anything, like any light. Oh, and also, by the way, my grandma lives in like a ditch, kind of. That sounds really weird. It's like ¿cómo se dice? Kind of like there's a hill and she lives at the bottom of the hill and her house is the only one at the bottom of that hill. So
with no lights.
No lights. So again, if there's a car passing, if you see anything, any lights, anything, it's because they're at her house. It's not because the neighbor's house or anything. So we're sitting there talking. And we see like truck lights and we were like, what the heck? And we didn't even think anything of it. We were just like, what the heck? And then we see them parking like next to my dad's truck. And we can't really actually see because the curtains are all down. And then we hear people talking and getting off. Like, when you hear people outside, we hear them getting off. And we were like, what the?
We heard footsteps.
Yeah, that. And then we started hearing footsteps around the house, like several footsteps, and we saw a flashlight,
We saw flashlights and we heard voices.
Yeah, and we were like, what? And we were really scared because at this point it was really like midnight, and in Mexico, like no sales noche. So we were seriously so scared, and we were like, what should we do? So we were literally just holding each other, and then what happened?
So we grabbed, literally estábamos tapados, and then we covered ourselves literally from head
like
to
little
toe.
kids.
Yeah. But then eventually I ended up telling your dad.
No. Wait, you're skipping a really big part of the story, which is like the spookiest part.
Yeah.
So then we were like, okay, let's just try to go to sleep. We'll just like, because what are we going to do? Because I told him, if you go and tell my dad's going to walk outside and you don't know what's going to happen. So we were just like, okay, let's try to go to sleep. Tell me why we were starting to fall asleep. And Luis goes, babe, wake up. And I wake up. There's a man walking through the house, like in the living room. I literally, my heart stopped and I stopped breathing. And Luis didn't say anything. And we were like, what the can I say fuck? Like, what the fuck? And literally walked. Did he walk out or in? I can't remember.
He walked into the living room and he like literally looked around, and you can tell like this guy was like
tall.
Like he was like all in black. Like he had long hair. Like he into the living room, and me and Noemi are literally right there in the ground. And like, how far away were you from the person? Literally like feet
from where the camera's at.
Yeah, you could tell it was like a physical.
No, it was a person.
Dude,
it was a person. We saw and heard. Closed. You know when the doors are creaky, and you can hear him opening the door. Yeah, and he walked. I think he was walking in. I don't think we heard him walk outside. Well, it turns out it was my dad going to the freaking bathroom, and he didn't know anybody was out. So that by this time the people who were out had left, but it was somebody came to check out the house because. Yeah. You know when you go to Mexico and my dad's first time taking the truck over there, so
it was my first time with your dad. I went with your dad.
Yeah, tienen que vigilar, to see who comes in and out, and so I think they were just checking out to see who was in there. No conocieron la troca, so I think they were just checking out because they never came in, but we saw them and we heard the footsteps. But it just so happened that my dad had to go to the bathroom, and we were like, "Why did you go outside?" And he's like, "Es que my grandma where she sleeps, it's like." By the restroom, he's like, I didn't want to wake her up, so he went all the way outside, but that had just happened, and he was like, wake up, and it was like he didn't say anything. I think he was just trying to be quiet, and so we were stunned, and oh my god, it sounds so dumb, but it was literally the scariest experience.
We literally woke up in the morning and we were like telling them, and then her dad was like, "Pues si fui yo," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, and later we thought,
so you didn't know until the morning that it was.
Yeah, we didn't know until the morning.
Right
No,
it's because everybody was asleep.
Yeah, and we didn't know until the morning that it was him. And what else happened? Oh, and then we confirmed that there was people outside, like actual other people, because my uncle was like, he was the only one who had a window to his door. Everyone else there was no window. So he was like, I saw them walking around. I saw them with their flashlight. He's like, es que vienen a vigilar y a revisar. And I was like, thank God, like we're not crazy, because we were like, what, this, was it nothing? And he's like, no, he was like, they did come and check. And that's when he was saying it was probably somebody they saw my dad's truck from out of state out of the country, and they had to come and check.
Yeah. Hell no. That would have spooked me to my core.
That's scary. I thought you like turned on the light. Well, you said there's no lights, but I thought right there and then you like with the flashlight. You're like,
or you
it's
would
my
jump
dad.
up and like run to your parents' room or something.
Hell no, man.
Why not?
I don't know. Dude.
You guys froze.
Like I was too stunned to speak.
That's because your grandma was there.
Yeah, and in the moment, I don't know why we didn't react like that. I think we just thought it was safer that if we just like pretended, like play dead type vibe,
Yeah, like you didn't see him, so he's like, whatever, they didn't see me, so.
Yeah,
hell no.
Like obviously nothing happened, and like si hubiéramos visto, like I mean, the man walking was my dad, but if it would have been different, si hubiera estado armado or something, I don't know. Like I don't know why we didn't react, but we just kind of left it.
Like we'll talk about this in the morning. This podcast is sponsored by Nurture Life. Guys, it's 2025. Are you still feeding your kids like it's 2005? As a parent, we don't need to tell you how busy you are. Our partner, Nurture Life, makes serving healthy meals much easier for me and more enjoyable for our kids. And here's something I didn't even think about until Nurture Life. A lot of kids' foods can actually contain heavy metals, and Nurture Life is the only kids meal brand that tests all their meals for heavy metals, so I can feel confident while also getting dinner on the table in 1 minute. Nurture Life is a meal delivery service that makes nutritious meals and snacks your kids actually want to eat, while giving parents the support we need too. Nurture Life's whole menu is perfect for kids ages 10 months to 10 years old. Their fresh meals and snacks are delicious, nutritious, and fully cooked. That means they are ready to serve in just 1 minute. Nurture Life also lets kids enjoy a healthy, nutritionally balanced diet while still eating all their favorites like mac and cheese, spaghetti and meatballs, and much more. So parents can be sure that there's always a healthy meal that their little ones will love. That's why Nurture Life is the top meal delivery service for babies and kids, and it is even allergy friendly too. Recently, both the kids and I have been obsessed with their Oaties. It's basically overnight oats. So you guys know I'm all about convenience. It's basically their pre-breakfast snack. And it is so nice because I can give it to them while I'm cooking breakfast and they're not screaming because they're starving. So those have been a huge hit this week. So how does Nurture Life work? It's simple. Choose from more than 50 varieties of nutritious, balanced meals on their menu, from finger foods for babies and toddlers to kids' meals for older kids. Then Nurture Life does the cooking for you, and the fresh meals are delivered straight to your door in refrigerated packaging. Using Nurture Life takes so much stress and anxiety out of feeding our kids. We don't have to scramble to make healthy meals for them and worry about if they'll even like them anymore. So head to nurturelife.com/spillthebeans55 and use code spillthebeans55 for 55% off your first order plus free shipping. That's right, 55% off plus free shipping. Once again, that's nurturelife.com/spillthebeans55 and make sure you use our promo code spillthebeans55. Even if you aren't a parent with young kids, you might have parent friends who struggle with mealtime. Make sure you share our code so our show gets the credit. Remember, put your little ones first with healthy meals from Nurture Life. Okay, guys, we're trying something and doing voice memos on the phone to see if you guys can hear us, because I feel like when we're reacting to each other's stories, you're not gonna be able to hear like the full reaction, you know?
Yep.
So this is us trying for you. Yeah. Do you have any scary stories, babe, that you'd like to say?
No. Recently?
Yeah, like anything spooky?
We went to the Stanley Hotel yesterday and we did like a little tour of the other section. And there was this little cabin they took us in and they gave us like a story. And there's like, yeah, there's this ghost here. And I took a picture, the tour guy said, right? So we all gathered around his phone and sure enough, like it's behind, haz de cuenta, like if that door was open, but the ghost or the whatever, the
Dennis.
demon, his name was Dennis, is so tall that you could see like his face peeking over the door.
Mm-hmm.
That makes
sense? You could
sense?
see his eyes.
And you could see his two red glowing eyes in the picture. And it looked clarito, like it. So whatever, we're like, then he's like, he shows us the picture and then he's like, all right, go explore like the cabin, like the little area.
So it's like la sala and then a hallway.
Yeah.
So they're like, he's like, you can go in every room. Like it's
and
totally
I wanted
fine.
to go straight to where that picture was, you know?
So he was the first one,
Yeah.
like basically the first one in line at a haunted
At
house.
a haunted house.
You're
So
crazy, man.
I was like, yo, bien macho, you know? So I take one step into the hallway, I turn around and I'm like, oh shit.
Like scream.
I scream.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm like, what the
Did
fuck?
you see something?
And yeah, sure enough, every room had like props.
Movie prop.
Like it had like to scare you on purpose. But what I forgot, I left out is that cabin, apparently a lot of movies and series go and like film stuff like at the Stanley, you know? And there was this show on Peacock. I forgot what it was called, but they left a lot of props there. And they left it like as like just to see. I forgot what the show is called. But do you guys know the bad person in Happy Death Day where she dies it's her birthday and she keeps dying and dying until she solves the mystery?
No, I've never seen
Anyways,
that
the
movie.
bad person there, it's like a little chubby baby mask, evil baby. He's right there and I turn around and it's like in the movie, he wears like all black, like a hoodie with that baby mask. So I turn around and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, whatever, that was funny. I take another step into like a dark closet and I'm like, oh shit. So I do it twice because in the next one it's like a black mannequin. Like you seen the mannequin at H&M and shit. It was just naked but it was black but it was in like the dark. So imagine seeing a black mannequin there after he just showed you that picture.
And we literally turn our ass around and we're like, we're not going first. Like y'all
no,
can
so
go.
then I was like, this is after I got scared I was like, oh, this is low-key like fun, you know? So I wanted to kind of share it with like the rest of the people because I feel like I was getting all the surprises and there was still a lot of rooms left. So I was like, oh, like someone go in front of me, like, you know, if there's more stuff, like I want to see other people react, you know.
But I do think that the scariest part is even Lily and Mando attest to this. The energy in there was really heavy.
Yeah,
like you could feel your heart like weighing down.
God.
Like your chest just felt like pressure in it. Or like even maybe it's not real, whatever. But the energy is really heavy.
Yeah. Because I told him, I was like, I don't believe in this. I just don't like. I told the lady I bought some macaroon chocolates because I was like, oh, the beginning was kind of boring. So I was there buying some chocolates, and then I told the lady, I was like, do you believe in it? She's like, yeah, I've heard the little kids running in the hallways and stuff while we don't have any kids like checked in, you know? And then I was like, well, like, I just don't believe, you know, and I'm not trying to be cool with you. I wish I did. I just don't, you know? So, but when you walk into the room, I right away told everyone, I was like, that picture with the red glowing eyes, I was like, I think it's just the guy. Like,
you don't think
I think it's fake because it's a multi-million-dollar business, like the tours every year.
Look,
So
he actually has a gallery of photos and he shared it with us. So I'm gonna show you.
You have it?
Yeah.
My heart just
And
dropped just watching you scroll through that
I'll
because it
send
does.
it to Ian so he can post it. But
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Even just looking at this is so eerie. Like, why?
do you see him up here?
Oh my god! Stop! I'm so scared. No, I have chills. I swear to God, stop! Oh my god, that is so fucking scary. No. I literally,
So
my
can you
heart
imagine
dropped.
us seeing a jump scare after seeing that picture?
I've never been scared like this. Stop! I could cry.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh my god!
That's scary.
And you were there. What did you?
Yeah, well, people, they thought I was kidding, but I literally, I got nauseous. I was so sick.
That's how I feel right now. I
Yes.
swear to you, I literally felt like throwing up as soon as I saw. Oh my
Exactly.
god!
So I wanted to walk straight. I walked straight to that door, right? So then, but I was like, oh, I don't believe. But unfortunately, I do have to say that I was feeling like when people from Cali come here and they say, oh, I feel so tired and winded because it's like the altitude. I truly felt like I went up 10,000 feet. I was like,
That's how I feel
But
right
it's so
now.
funny because Jonathan says oh, I think it was just him but do you see how high up he is? He's like
Yes.
well, he could have been like
No,
over the
ladder
top.
thing.
You know what it looks like? It looks like no like his body's kind of like a what's it called? Like a funnel. A funnel,
Yeah.
is that it? And then it just kind of looks like he's like so tall that he's like reaching
Yeah.
like
Can you imagine the people that work there late?
Hell.
Yeah, well, the tour guide was really good, and he was telling us that some famous producer from that show stayed there in that little cabin, and he swear he saw Dennis, and he somehow the front door got locked, and he started like going crazy.
Mhm.
So he went upstairs, jumped from the roof, broke his leg, and he stopped the show. And then another story is that Jim Carrey.
They
when
filmed Dumb and Dumber there.
Yeah, when they were filming Dumb
that's
and
true.
Dumber,
That's right.
2, right, or something. That
The first one. They were filming the first one.
Yeah, they wanted to give him like the special treatment, put him in room 217, like the haunted one from The Shining or whatever.
oh
Wasn't that where Stephen King
Got inspired, yeah.
wrote the
And they
novel?
say that the first night he was in the lobby in his boxers saying like, I'm leaving, like pack my shit, and he left. And every time they interview him and stuff like about that night, he like gets up and leaves.
Like he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then when they signed the contract for the second movie, he was like, as long as nothing is filmed on the premises of the Stanley, like I'll do it.
And he's never explained why, like what he saw, what he like experienced. But yeah. So I was
I
like,
know.
"Ooh,
That's
What did you,
terrifying.
dude? I'm still shaking.
I
Like
know.
I'm shook.
We should go do that tour at night.
yeah, let's do
Yes,
it.
come on.
Come on, it's so fun, bro.
Babe, what did you? I didn't even see. I was like too busy. What did you feel? Or what did you think? I was too busy like reacting myself.
No,
You didn't even.
He
Well,
like
that's 'cause
he
I don't-
glanced at it.
I don't.
You didn't look at it.
I did, but I'm like, tell myself, like, Jonathan, I'm like, I don't believe in that stuff.
But there's
I do.
no.
Let me
There's
tell you
no
another
way.
scary
I
story.
Oh, go.
don't, because
So-
I'm suspicious. How do you say?
Superstitious.
Yes,
Just a little stitious.
Yeah.
Well, so in that same hotel, in one of the cabins, right? It was like obviously during the winter, it's freezing up in Estes Park, so there were squatters, and there was a homeless girl named Lucy that used to squat there, and they found her like dead winter, right? They found her, threw her out, and she froze to death. So now that she like appears in people's pictures, and he showed us, look.
Oh,
that
I'm
these
so
people are
scared.
just
I'm
like-
so scared. I don't.
Why?
Hold
Why do you
on.
guys
Show
like
please
scary
first.
stories?
Show please
Oh,
first.
No, they don't. Remember, babe? They don't even like going to.
Her face.
That kind of
Which isn't scary. It just
It's
looks like
like
she's
that,
sad.
like the girl from Harry Potter.
Dude. Oh, she looks dead.
She looks frozen.
No, like no, she looks like
But
No,
see, like things to me
oh
like
my
that
God,
get,
stop.
like creep me out.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't like to think about it. Like now, I can't go outside in the dark.
You're like, I don't like to be freaked
I just
out.
think the brain is so strong. Like,
Yeah.
why are we so scared after
Exactly.
a scary movie? But then you put like those memes, like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just your mood, like your brain and stuff. Like,
Wait, so you really don't believe in like demons?
maybe. I don't know.
I just
So,
don't
Jonathan,
know. I
You don't
just
have to
think-
have a yes or no answer.
I don't. Yeah, it's not black or white. But
Yeah.
I would be a hypocrite saying, "Well, he doesn't believe in ghosts, but he believes in exorcisms." Like, I just think that exorcisms are the result of like your brain, like like schizophrenia.
Mhm.
I just think there's
Psychosis.
other things that have not been discovered by medicine or explained. And unfortunately, like I do believe in the devil and he influences your life, but unfortunately, like how they used to say, like back in the like Salem witch trials and stuff, unfortunately, kids with like Down syndrome and like autism sometimes were killed and burned alive because they thought they were
Mhm.
they thought they were crazy and shit. So
Yeah.
I just think like we haven't reached the medicine enough to like what is an exorcism. It could be a bacteria in your brain that just causes you to go crazy and shit, and like I don't know, but I don't know. I'm very hypocritical because do I believe praying and stuff fixes things? Yes. So why wouldn't the devil shit like it work both ways? But I just
Yeah.
think spirits are like I don't know. Sam and Kobe, do you guys know them on YouTube?
No.
They think there's good. They're like ghost hunters, and they were just on Theo Vaughn. You know Theo Vaughn, the funny redneck. He's like, we think there's good spirits, just like there were good people and bad people in the world. There's good spirits and bad spirits. Like there's the spirits that died and they just want to chill here and have a good time because they remember. Like they go to like clubs and stuff from the 50s, and there's good spirits. They talk to them, have a good time, and then there was like really shitty people that like were probably demons, So.
But you know what's crazy? On November 7th at 8 p.m., they're having what is it? The something project. Do you remember what it was?
Who?
At the Stanley.
Mm.
Do you remember? It was, they're having some kind of project. And I was like, what is that for? And she's like, oh, it's when you come and actually try to make contact with them.
Oh, I thought it was every day.
No, it's one
Just
day.
that one
Because
day?
it's, I think that the guy comes and does it with you.
Oh, so they do like a 3-hour tour / like contacting.
Mhm.
And I was like, you guaranteed me a contact? Like I'm gonna pay all this money? Like I better talk to a fucking ghost. She's like, well, you can't make ghosts, like you can't make anyone do anything. Like, you
Like
know?
you can't make them talk to you, but
Well,
you
yeah.
can try for 3 hours. And Jonathan and Lily are like, let's do it. I'm like, you got me so fucked up. Get me out of here right now.
I don't know. I just feel like Mexican parents scare us. Like the Latino community is like, and I do believe, I think anything out of this world might be bad, but I just truly think there's like sad spirits that just got trapped and like,
Yeah.
they're just so sad or they die so like randomly that they don't want to pass
So
on.
So you
traumatic.
do believe.
That they're traumatized. Yeah, but I don't think they're like that, like the demon eye thing. I think that's just more of a tourist attraction
Mhm.
because like
But how?
They
How
attract
could how
people.
could you prop that? Like how could you make that happen?
no,
And that
like in the
feeling that you
dark,
get-
and then you get to like lights and you
Yeah,
put 'em.
but okay, so
So
when I
yeah.
when I watch a scary movie, like I can see it and I don't get the feeling that I just got right now is literally giving me
Really?
it's making my heart just thinking about it. And both of those pictures, it's making my heart like imagine that's just a picture.
Mhm.
It's like that eerie feeling that you get, and like you said, that blood pressure, that tiredness that you
Yeah.
were feeling. Like how do you explain that?
Like, do you don't think like they follow you or they go? with
And
you?
I'm the opposite. I hate scary movies,
Really? Well, I
but
don't
real life shit, I just like
really. I don't know. It just
I don't know. I think we're all different. Like there's people that are terrified of heights but won't touch us. Like you. She'll go skydiving, but she won't grab
Touch
a
a
spider.
spider.
I'll
Oh,
grab all the
hell.
spiders in the world. I love spiders,
yeah.
but I won't go skydiving. I
Well,
think
that's
we all
what
just have different reactions.
Jonathan was like I feel like he was super scared when he got that jump scare because he's like, fuck, like I thought for the first time, like I saw something.
Yeah, and I was really excited. I was like, oh my God, like I saw something for the first time. And I like when the tour guide was talking, I would turn around and like look into the windows. I'm like, okay.
He
I'm
even
good.
went into like a dark room and they're like, he's like, take a picture of me with the flashlight to see if anything comes out.
Yeah, I was
I'm
the
like,
first one in the
"Damn."
dark room. And
He's like the one that would be like, take me.
I want to be as brave as you when I
but
grow up,
I don't
'cause
think
that's
it's brave because I'm
brave.
completely scared of other things.
I think it's not bravery, it's skepticism.
No,
That's-
because the day I see something, like I'm a big believer in God, right? Like tremendously. But you have your doubts. We're human, Sometimes you think like, oh, like what happens when we die? Like, you just start to think and shit. So it's like the moment I see a ghost or anything paranormal, that confirms it for me. Like 100%, God is real. The heaven, hell, all this. Like, how do you know? Because I always say this. I've always said this like since I can remember, right? Te cuentan que tu abuela o tu tía o tu tío, you know how they all have paranormal stories, you know? Or your friends. Oh, vi una niña allí, blah, 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 tenía blanco, el pelo largo. And it's like, bro, if you truly saw that, wouldn't that like change your life for the rest of your life? And you would want to kind of like investigate what that was, you know? Like, I just wouldn't be the same. Like,
well, maybe God doesn't let you see that because, like, if Jonathan sees that, he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
and he's gonna kill someone.
Maybe he's protecting you.
Yeah,
because
go crazy.
Yeah, like I feel like you would go into psychosis.
Yeah, no, I would just be like, okay, like 100%.
That's what you think, but what if it?
But what if it happens to you?
What about if it does something to you?
And what if you're just chasing that high again? Like, I just want to see something again, and you start going and like visiting all the paranormal places, and you know, like I don't know.
That's
really
how
you would.
I don't want to say like names because I don't know if she's or they've been open about it or whatever, but we talked to someone that had done the Ouija board and they say it's complete bullshit. Like they didn't feel nothing moved.
We've talked to a few people that
have done it and they all say it's bull. And then the other day we were eating dinner and I told Blanca and her mom, I was like, I think I want to do the Ouija board. And then, but like playing, you know, I would never, but I was like, I want to see the reaction. And
I can imagine.
Knowing my suegra, you would think, but she was like, hazlo. You know, I was like, pues. And then she volunteered her own son, like, tú, Jose, María Jimena, todos, like, háganlo, no van a ver que no, like, whatever. But I think she was just like...
She does it because she knows she ain't going to do it. Because she's like... I feel like my mom has caught on to Jonathan so much that she was like, no, Jonathan, Jonathan be like, no, sí, lo voy a comprar ahorita.
Exactly. You know? I was going to say that. I was going to say that she already knows. Ya lo conoce and she's like... You know what? Just give into it because you're right. If she starts saying, don't do it.
Ouija board mañana. And I told Jonathan, I was like, you do the Ouija board and you're not coming home. Like, I'm throwing your shit out.
But then, like, growing up, Skyline, the high school I went to, was very, like, well, when I went there, it was very, like, half white and Mormon. And the Mormon kids swore, like, one time they played the Ouija board, like, outside their Mormon church. And
that's crazy.
And they, like, threw it in the trash can. And like the next day it appeared like where they played it at.
Wow.
So they threw it again in the trash can and otra vez apareció where they played it at. And then finally they had to burn it. But I think he told me, one of the kids told me that the quarter they used, because they didn't have the actual little triangle, they used a quarter. That the quarter they used and everything, but they threw that burned. It showed up in one of the kids' locker rooms, like lockers, you know, in the hallways. Mm-hmm. Burned, like you could see it was burned, but it was in their locker. So I'm like, what a bullshit. Yeah.
Wait, I have another little scary story. I just remembered when I was really little. I don't remember how old I was. I was playing Barbies in my room, and I was sitting down, and you know how like when you sit down and the mattress, not the mattress,
oh my fucking God.
I know the mattress. You can kind of see underneath, like. You're sitting on the floor and you can see the other side of the, ¿cómo se dice? You can just see like the other side of the bed. Yeah. So I remember I was playing Barbies. I don't know why I looked up and I swear I thought goat feet, like just taking steps. And that was it. And I got so scared. I was little enough to be playing.
You didn't tell me this.
Why would I want to share this?
You're like, I don't want to ever say this out loud.
I know. And I was little enough, obviously, because I was playing Barbies, but I know it scared me. And at that point, like, sometimes I think like, did I make that up? And I'm like, how would I know at that age that like goat feet or like goats are related to the devil? Yeah, you know, there's no way I would have known that. Mm-hmm. And I just think like I didn't do anything. I don't remember if I like got up. I don't remember what happened after. I just remember that moment. And it was like broad daylight, you know? And I remember my mom was there. She was probably cleaning and I was there by myself. And
F that, dude.
Yeah.
Well, tell them what just happened the other day in our house.
I can't. I get so scared thinking about it, but...
Ya no voy a tu casa.
I know. The other day, I was editing, because you know how I edit pretty late at night, and the kids were asleep, and Jonathan was like kind of dozing off into sleep. And I was sitting like at the corner of our room. We have a little chair, so I was sitting there editing, and so I'm like looking straight at the door, and the door's open, the lights on in the hallway, like we had our lamps were in the room, like no scary vibes, right? I was just editing, and I'm like editing, looking at my computer, and from like obviously like my peripheral vision, is that what it's called? I don't know science. I just see a black thing walk by. Like, it just walked, like, if it was standing there and it just walked out into the hallway. And to me, it, like, right away, it looked like Chai. Like, what? But the first thing, I literally, like, se me fue la sangre hasta quién sabe dónde. I'm not kidding. I, like, lost all feeling in my body. And I was like, babe, wake up. Go check on the kids. Go check on the kids. And he, like, looks at the monitor and he's like, they're fine. I was like, no, open the door. Like, make sure no one's in there. And I started getting teary-eyed because I was like, I saw that. Like, it wasn't that I was sleepy, nothing. It was like, I was just editing a YouTube video. And yeah, sure enough, I was like, you need to go check the house. Like, maybe Chai came up here. But no, like, she was sleeping down where she always does. And, like, así se quedó. But I was just literally hyperventilating, crying, screaming, throwing up.
It's because it's that feeling again that you're talking about. It's that feeling. That's the same feeling I got when I saw that picture. It's like,
because I'm like, how do you explain that?
Exactly.
How do you like, what could it? And I kept being like, okay, what did I do that made that come up in my vision?
And I told her right away. I was like, well, you've been editing. You've been glued to the screen for like the past 2 hours.
Yeah, but she does that daily. Like she does that all the time.
I was like, you just like you're sleeping or you're sleepy or whatever. But I'm not discrediting what she saw. But I was like.
He like always tries to make sense of it so that I don't get scared. Because
so
for the next 4 days, I like wait. I would go. I waited for him outside the commissary kitchen where they cleaned the dishes, and I was like, yeah, like I'm just gonna wait here for you. With the kids asleep in the car seats, like I was just there.
Oh my god!
Until he got home. But then after that, like I remember my mom saying when I was experiencing scary things at our old house, that she just went into my room one day. She was like, leave my daughter alone. Like she was just talking to it right bravely. So every time I like would walk into the house, I'd be like, I'm not fucking scared. Like you can't be in my house, like with my kids. And I had to get over it because I'm always doing my night routine by myself. Like I get home by myself every single night. So it's like, I can't be scared of this because I just can't live like that, you know?
I'm so proud of you.
So I was just like, I'm not scared of you.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
and
you just... Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and you still went to the Stanley Hotel after living that and you were like, let's go.
We should go, guys. Like, I'm not going to force you to do the tour. Don't, like, you don't have to do the tour.
We could do the tour in the morning. The Shining tour is not as scary as the Ghost tour.
No, the Ghost tour.
The Ghost tour is scary.
You guys can, I won't.
Luis, come on.
You're going to let your wife go by herself?
What if we go at 5 p.m. before it gets dark?
Nope.
That's when it gets dark.
I'm telling you, I feel like you'll follow me, and then I just won't.
Yeah, you'll just start like thinking.
Yeah, because if you are vulnerable like that mentally, then because then you're gonna start tripping out.
Yeah, that's
you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you go dressed like that, no one's gonna want to follow you home.
I know, thank God.
What are you gonna say?
No, that when you said like when you were talking about how your mom taught you to like talk, like kick it out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know how for a while there we left our commissary kitchen because one of Joe's like kitchen or like business owner friends that he worked for, like a restaurant, she let us borrow her kitchen, right? And she was like, yeah, you guys can stop paying the rent over there. It's crazy expensive. Just come do your dishes here at my kitchen, you know? But mind you, it's in dead center, Longmont, Main Street, old, like downtown, like been there for 1800s building, right? Ooh. So she has like 2 creepy basements, like straight from The Conjuring. Like it's an old building, you know? And so every time I would do the dishes there, like by myself in like that room, I always had like weird vibes, like creepy vibes. You know, I felt like people would always be like walking behind me, but no one was like there. Oh. And like it was so creepy, right? So I finally was like, fuck this. So I started praying and I was like, and mind you, I don't want to like leak too much because I don't want to like be disrespectful to her, but La Señora next to the restaurant, she has 2 businesses, the restaurant and the one next to it, she sells like crystals, gems, and she's been doing that for like 20 years. And mind you, she's almost 70, but she looks like super young. So I would always joke around with Joe. I'm like, nah, tu patrona es bruja, you know? Like she gives me that vibe. So then mixed with that, with the really old buildings that used to be like, Longmont used to be like a really big KKK location. Mm-hmm. And who knows, like Joe was telling me a bunch of fucked up things that like he thinks would happen in the basement, you know, with African Americans and stuff.
Didn't you say it used to be what was it? A brothel or no?
Oh, then all those like basements used to be brothels and stuff, like, you know?
Oh my God.
So then I was like, whatever, the tension was high, you know, and I would get really scared. And I was like, one night, I was just like, you know what, in the name of Jesus, you know, stuff like that. Y luego cuando se me acercaba la señora, like to get stuff next to me, in my, like under my breath, I would always be like, Jesus, you know? And I don't know. And then all of a sudden she stopped like liking me, you know? I could tell like she would like look me up and down and stuff, kind of weird. Not like an I'm not checking you out type of way, but like kind of like I would tell Joe, because I would vent to Joe all the time, because he's like really like scared vibes, and I would be like, dude, I think she's like onto me. He's like, what do you mean? She's like, I told him everything. I was like, I like say Jesus like under my breath when I'm in front of her and shit. And she's like, all of a sudden she doesn't like me, you know? But the point is, that day I turn around and I'm like, okay, in the name of Jesus, like, leave this building. Like, I hate you. Like, yeah, I'm fucking scared of you. Like, I start cussing at her, you know? So I'm doing the dishes and there's this rack, right? Like, that has a lot of stuff. I never even told you this, did I?
Oh, hell no.
And there's this, like, haz de cuenta, like, esas ollas that are strainers. They're, like, really, like, 2 handles and they strain water. But they're, like, really big. Like, haz de cuenta como yo creo que para limpiar menudo, you know? And, yeah, and from one handle, it's, like, hanging, right? Está el poste así, and luego está la handle through it. So it's like hanging very macizo. And I'm doing the dishes, and all of a sudden, that thing just like, como si me la hubieran aventado. And it falls like right next to my foot, and like it misses my like shin. But that shit would have hurt if it would have like hit me, you know? And it just like rolls, and then I'm like, I'm washing dish. I'm like, what the fuck was, you know?
You didn't get scared?
I was by myself in the room, but the restaurant was still operating, so I wasn't too scared because I know there's people in the facility, and I was just like, and I just thought about it, and it made me so like, it gave me even, it didn't scare me, it made me happy. I was like, this, whatever is here, it can feel my vibes. And then so mind you, when she told us we could use her kitchen, she was like super nice, like come use her kitchen. Slowly I started, praying and stuff. A month in, she just messages Joe like, hey, you can't use my kitchen no more. And we're like, and Joe got like absolutely pissed because she made us like, we canceled our contract at the other kitchen. We moved all our shit because she like, you guys can stay, like super nice at the beginning. You guys can use whatever you like, stay as long as you want, blah, blah, blah. And we were there in and out in an hour. We would never bother anyone. We were never in anyone's way. And all of a sudden, like my praying, my like that pan flinging, all this stuff, and then she's just one day like, "Hey, you guys just can't use our kitchen anymore." I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah. And I told you, I was like, "Yeah, I pissed her off." But that's crazy, huh?
That is not a coincidence.
And he still don't believe in anything.
I know, literally.
He was like, "It was the wind."
No, literally. I was like, "Oh, maybe the rack. It was just no colgaron bien, you know." But yeah, I always try to. Not because I'm trying to be the Mr. Cool guy. I'm just like, maybe everything has an explanation, you know?
It's better for your mental health if you just...
It's better at night.
Do you have any scary stories, baby?
Yeah, actually, when the first time I started, it was the first week that I closed as a manager at gym. They were teaching me how to close. And then, you know how there was an upstairs where like we would eat upstairs?
Yeah.
Well, I had to go up there and that light is always off. Like it's always off. So I flipped the switch, and then I swear to you, because they would always tell me that they would see the grandpa that started the dealership. Yeah.
Wait, that building's old, huh?
It's old. I think the building was like almost closer to 65 years old. So it's literally like very, 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 very old in there.
And then they still I swear they still have the same carpet, the same everything. It smells in there like it smells like the 1950s in there.
So anyways, I was locking up. I was doing my normal routine, and then there was this door to service, and it was a little cracked open. When I opened the door, I swear to you, I saw, like you said, a shadow. But keep in mind, you open the door to service, and it's a complete big service. There's cars, there's like bays in there and stuff. I swear to you, I opened the door, and I stand there, and I just felt something weird. So I turned to the side, and I can hear something drop on the ground. I swear to you, I closed the door, turned off all the lights, and I ran downstairs. Yeah, but that scared me. And ever since then, I would always tell a sales guy to come with me to lock up because I was scared.
That's scary.
It is pretty scary because I was always by myself. Like when you would lock up, you're by yourself. So that was pretty scary.
Maybe you said it was your first day?
It was my first week.
Oh, maybe the grandpa was saying like hi to you and shit. Like,
hey,
welcome to the crew, you know?
Yeah.
Like they would always tell me, like salespeople before I started, they would always tell me like, we've seen him, or like you can just feel something in there, and it was just weird, and like to witness it and go through it, like I believed it for a while. So
Yeah.
it was scary.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
I hated that upstairs.
Yeah. I mean, if there's thousands of sightings of Bigfoot a year, like, but do you believe in Bigfoot?
Not Bigfoot.
No, right? But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of sightings a year in the U.S. of Bigfoot.
But at this point, like, they would have
you would
clear,
the technology, right? But can you say that about like paranormal? Like,
well, there's a lot of videos out there that are like, look at what I caught on camera, but everyone's like, oh, they're just staged. But it's like, how do you know that they're fake or staged?
Isn't there like machines now that tell you like there's stuff there, like there's energy?
Yeah.
Like, there's
or there's like, you know, how people like talk to the dead through like radio stations and stuff, like a bunch of that.
I was addicted to those videos. Remember?
Yeah.
So the guy, he goes to a graveyard on TikTok, right? And then with the radio thing, he'll start like, okay, I'm here. I want to talk to you guys, you know? And then all of a sudden, like, it's a radio, like, haz de cuenta como el piolín, blah, blah, blah. And it'll be like, Lucy, all of a sudden, you know? And then he's like, okay. So he starts looking at the graves. Sure enough, oh, Lucy, I found you. You're right here.
Oh,
okay, let's talk, you know? And then it'll be like, murder. And then it'll be like staticky radio, non-music, jazz. Killed, you know, like it'll be like random words that you know are popping out that aren't part of the station. But then you're like, oh, well, he's gaining followers, traction, like it could be fake and stuff like that.
Like he's staging it.
Yeah.
It's like the other story they told us at the Stanley about the maid from 217. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So there was this maid on room 217, cool. And obviously, like back then, they didn't have any heating systems, so they still used the fire lanterns. And one night it's like super cold, and it's this lady, she's the maid for room 217, and she goes into a room that had the gas on, and she had the lantern on with the fire, so as soon as she walks in, it explodes, and it sends her from the second floor to the first floor, and then obviously like the whole what was it called,
like wing.
Yeah, the whole wing that she was in crumbled on top of her, but she survived. She broke like 2 ankles or something.
Her ankles.
But she was wearing a corset that saved her spine and her vital organs. So she survived, she recovered, and she went back and she worked at the Stanley for 40 years. And she was still the maid to room 217. Well, she goes home one night, passes away peacefully just from like old age, I guess. And then the next day, like the employees report seeing her clock in and even go up to them and say like, hello, gentlemen. And she goes, and then the sheets and like the room 217 is cleaned with the folded sheets. And so now people that stay there have reported that they'll like leave it a mess, and when they come back, like the sheets are folded and their clothes are folded neatly. So
only if you're a married couple.
Only if you're a married couple, because if you're like a bachelor or if you're not married.
Because that wing where the main hotel was for like married people and families. And because they have a lodge like to the right that was for all the bachelor men, the workers that would pass by for the minors, workers just in general. So she's like, if you were married, she'll fold your clothes and treat you well. But if you're not, she'll like fold your clothes. No, if you're married, she'll fold your bed and like everything nice. If you're not married and you're like living in sin or whatever, she'll fold your clothes, pack your suitcases, and put it by the door.
Tell you like get the fuck out.
Oh, I know.
But like guests now report seeing that, so people go and like try to stay there to see what they do.
Yeah. Anyone for my birthday?
Jonathan still wants to. I'm like, you're scary. But isn't that crazy? Like I don't know. I'm like, if you guys want to go, we could go, because it's like, even if it's not true, it's fun and it's spooky.
Yeah,
But the ghost tour is terrifying because it's at night and they turn off the lights and shit.
That's scary.
So we've done haunted houses before.
Yeah, but I know that's fake.
It's fake.
Yeah.
That's scarier to me.
It's different, like a life, like legit, you know, people go there because it says it's been haunted.
And then saying, like, hearing their real life stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a real haunted house, like you don't think like, you guys have seen the movie, what is it called? Halloween... Hello freaking Wing or something?
What is it?
The one where the guy, like, everyone thinks he's a worker. Fright Fest. Everyone thinks he's a worker and he's killing people.
And people are like, holy shit, that's a good attraction.
Yeah, like, he literally like kills a girl and everyone's like, the acting, that's so cool, perfect, like real blood. So he's not getting caught because everyone thinks it's part of the haunted house.
That is scary too.
So then I'm like, what if there's a guy like with like some crazy like bipolar shit, mental illness, and you know?
Yeah. Well, like that, this has kind of nothing to do with it, but this like scared me. The guy from Aurora, the shooting.
Yeah.
Like he really thought like he was the Joker and he went in and killed all those people at the premiere. I'm like, what? That's scary.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, before we read a few of your stories that you sent in, to lighten up the mood a little bit, kind of act like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
A little buffer.
Noemi and I have a game that we want to play with the guys, and it's going to be called Horror Survival Scenarios. Basically, who's most likely to in a horror movie. Okay. So you can start, and then we'll see who's most likely to.
Okay.
And we're gonna judge based on everyone because we all know each other so well, so we can all like vote who would be.
Okay. Should we just go like after I read it, you guys just answer and see?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's more likely to die first in a horror movie?
Me.
Blanca. I think Blanca.
I feel like you would survive longer than me, no? Or
no.
He says
it's like take me out of my misery. He's like, I'm good.
But like if you're like in a horror movie with Penny and Noemi, don't you think you would try to survive or no?
No, because if they kill me.
No, but we're saying out of us. Okay. Let's say we were in a cabin and
okay.
it started
we were in a cabin.
Okay. I think Blanca.
Yeah.
I would be the first.
And then the second.
I don't know, that's tough. Because Luis would be so scared that he might survive longer. Because he's
so
like,
scared?
I ain't fucking opening that door.
Or maybe he just like hides and he's like, I ain't fucking going out nowhere. And for me, like just if you just tell me like there's someone standing out there and it's a demon, I'm dying right there. Like I'll die of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Before even seeing it.
Yeah. So I think you're good.
I think it's me. I'm leaving first, guys.
What about you? If you didn't answer?
Yeah,
I said Blanca.
She didn't even have to think about it, girl.
Who's more likely to hear a noise and go check it out? Jonathan.
Yeah, I've done that before. Anything I hear, I go straight to it.
Yeah.
But I'm scared.
But you're brave, but I'm scared. All those combined.
Man.
Okay. Who's more likely to secretly be the killer?
Jonathan.
Not me.
Oh,
Not me.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Huh.
Chinga quedito.
You keep going, my love.
Okay.
You together.
Who's more likely to survive the apocalypse? The apocalypse. Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I already have my plan, bro.
I'd run out there and be like, bye, me. Just
Literally, get me.
A zombie.
Get
It
me.
depends what kind of zombies. I told Blanca this. I'm like, if they look crazy, I'm going, shooting one, and we're all like putting the blood on our lips and dying together. Because
And becoming zombies.
I'm not going to try to have my kids survive this shit. If they're like The Walking Dead, okay. My plan is in effect. But Resident Evil, the fucking, what's the I Am Legend zombie?
Oh, hell no.
We ain't doing that shit.
Who's more? I already know the answer to this. Who's more likely to run toward the scary sound just to prove a point? 1, 2, 3. Jonathan.
To prove, okay.
To prove
A point is crazy.
You would.
If we're in an actual horror movie, I'm
Even
not running towards nothing like
yes, you are, baby.
in terms of
yes,
prove
you
a
are.
point.
Yeah.
No, not to prove a point.
You'd be like, look, it's the fucking tubes, and you'd open it and you'd be like, oh shit, it's the killer boy, let's go. You probably run to it with a gun, but you still run to it.
If I don't have to run, I'm not running towards it. Like if I don't have to,
you know what I mean? Would though.
Okay, out of us. I guess that's the game. I'm just saying I wouldn't.
Who's more likely to leave everyone behind to save themselves?
Blanca.
Luis. Nah, I think between Luis and you, babe.
Really? Yeah, I would actually.
I think
in scenarios like that, I run.
Yeah. He said every man
for themselves. Or I'd probably Or I would hide and be like, no one's coming in here with me.
You know it's you.
Between Blanca and Noemi, because as a guy, we want to think we would sacrifice ourselves.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
So then,
kill me.
I think you, because when we went to the haunted house, that's what you were doing. You were like,
you're running.
Y'all.
Oh yeah, you were pushing
you.
me in front.
I was like, I did do that. I remember.
I was gonna go to one.
I was like, peace out.
Who's most likely to laugh in a serious exorcism moment? Jonathan.
Look at him. And he always does that at scary movies, huh? Like if we're watching a scary movie and something scary happens, he's like,
it actually makes it a little funnier.
And I'm like, bro, we're trying to get spooked, and you're over here laughing.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
he laughs so he doesn't cry, low key.
Yeah. Do you say like you're not like scared, but deep down you're like so freaked out that you try to cover it with laughter?
No.
At the beginning of scary movies, I'm really, 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 really scared. Like I cover my eyes, everything. But once the scary thing pops out, and you know when it reaches that point in the movie, like when the nun is fully out, you can see her, she's not creeping behind the doors, or like the exorcist is like fully out. Okay, like I can finally chill. And that's when my laughing kicks in, because now it's funny to me. Like when the exorcist, I remember we watched, which one was it? I can't remember, but we were in the movie theater and she like starts turning into the exorcist at a dinner table, but she makes like pig noises, like, and it just cracked me up and I started laughing. But before that, when you start getting hints like, oh my God, like she starts eating roaches and shit, and you're like, oh, fuck that. Like, I'm scared as hell. But yeah.
Who's more likely to summon a demon on accident?
You, babe. You would fall for like some app. No, Luis and
I was going to say Luis.
No manches.
You're so gullible. Who's more likely to become possessed?
Me, I would say.
Luis. He just said he's like very
gullible.
No, susceptible or like superstitious.
Skeptical.
He thinks it would follow him home.
Oh, then okay.
Who's more likely to say let's split up?
He's like, you go that way, I go this way. And then the girls go by themselves.
Who's more likely to last the longest hiding from the killer?
Me.
It's like, I'm not moving.
No, I'm not moving.
I think so too.
I suck at hide and seek, so definitely Luis.
Oh, we already know this one. Who's more likely to think the Ouija board is quote unquote just for fun? Jonathan.
Damn.
This is just the Jonathan game.
You didn't win any of them. You're just neutral.
Damn, I hate a neutral ass bitch.
No.
Stand for something, ho.
That's good though. At least not Blanca. We're all looking.
I think that's it.
Okay, I hope we got some funny laughter into you. I think we should do those spooky scenarios afterwards because we'll probably laugh too.
Yeah, some
because now we're just gonna. I think we'll just choose like one story each to read. No.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna dive deep into your scary stories, guys.
Dun dun dun. I'm spooked.
I was a kinder teacher. I am now in second, but my last school was near a cemetery, literally across the fence. Well, lots of spooky things would happen, particularly in my classroom. One time, one of my students ran out of the bathroom we had inside of the classroom, and I told him to stop running in the class. He looked at me and said, "It's because I was using the restroom and the little boy was watching me."
Oh,
damn.
Fuck.
A different time, we had a new teacher in our grade, and an admin told her she would be observing a few of us doing our lessons. Well, it was time for lunch, and I was walking out of my class, and I peeked into my partner teacher's class, and she was still teaching. She had her students on the carpet as she was finishing a read aloud. And then there was someone sitting by her table in the entrance observing the class. From the back, it looked like our new teacher, so I didn't think anything of it. After I came back from taking my students to lunch and she took her class, she went to my class to cheese me out, lol. Well, while she was there, I asked her who was observing her class, and she was like, "When?" I told her right before lunch. As I was walking out, there was an adult observing her class, and she said no one was inside my class. The little boy from the restroom incident also had a different experience that spooked me even more. My students were working independently, and I had one student with me doing a small group while I look up to make sure everyone was working, and that's when I noticed my student just staring into space, like facing me. It looked like he was looking at me, but like those times where you are like lost in trance. I kept calling his name, trying to get his attention, and he wouldn't respond. I clapped my hands to try to get him to notice me again, and nothing. At this point, I was getting a little creeped out. Well, suddenly I hollered his name and told him to come to me. Well, he gets up and starts walking towards my small group table where I was, and instead of looking at me, he walks to the wall that's next to me and is just staring at the wall, still with his eyes like lost in a trance. I then like kind of scream his name and clap my hands to get his attention, and he turns and he's like, "¿Qué?" And I was like, "What are you doing?" He responds, "Es que el niño quiere jugar."
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, no, baby.
No. And I chose that story too because, like, kids, I believe kids are so innocent that they see that.
Yeah.
You know, they're more susceptible to that.
Yeah, I think that's why we don't keep our memories as kids, because, like, they see shit, you know?
Yeah. Like all the imaginary friend stories. Not I.
Oh, man. Okay, so this one says, So I was around 10, 11 years old when this happened. One day, me and my younger sister slept over at my grandma's house. And when it came time to go to sleep, I told her I'd sleep in the living room couch and my sister can go to sleep with her. And before they left the room, grandma told me, cuidado porque ahí espantan. And girl, tell me why I woke up in the middle of the night not being able to move my body or my eyes because I can see a black body shadow standing to the left of me. I was so scared. Once I was able to get up, I ran to my grandma's room and I snuck between both of her and my sister. The next day I told her y me dice, y eso es el comienzo, luego va a ser algo más feo. I couldn't sleep the next few days. What? Why the grandma's... She's like scaring her.
Your grandma would be like, "Don't sleep in there, baby. Sleep with me."
And literally,
like, no.
There's some grandmas that are just tweaking. Mom got. Oh, I'll see you this one since it's short.
I'm dead.
Here, read that one. Well, you said.
You said.
But the
Mom,
closer.
Mom got creeped out and asked a priest to come bless the house. We water.
Is it the typing?
Yeah, sorry.
It's the grammar.
Sometimes
it's my brain.
It's buffering.
Mom got creeped out and asked a priest to come bless the house. We later found out from a neighbor that a lady lost her life to a suicide before we moved in.
Oh.
That's why I would never buy a used house.
A used house. Period. That's on you, Bill.
Hell no. Imagine you're just laying there and out of nowhere you just hear something.
Babe, your first house was a used house.
It was thrifted.
Oh, that's true. It was
It's
thrifted.
vintage. That's what I think came to my mind.
That's
Like
true.
used.
That's true.
Used and abused.
We need to get the house blessed.
You're like, I'm gonna put that on the top of my to-do list.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Exactly. Especially now.
Okay. As kids, we moved around a lot. I was around age 7 and my sister around age 4. At this specific house, weird things would happen, like doors opening, things would be misplaced. But the scariest things would be my little sister riding her bike outside at 3 a.m. We didn't understand why or how she got out. There were nights my mom wouldn't sleep. She would tie the doors together so my sister wouldn't get out. But no matter what my mom did, my sister would be outside. We would ask my sister, why? And she would respond with, the man with the bloody face takes me or he doesn't. We moved out after that, later to find out that there had been a gang and police shootout in the basement. The police officer had died during the shootout. After we moved, all the scary stuff stopped happening.
Oh.
That's giving weapons.
Yeah.
Oh.
That imagine your toddler telling you that. It's because the man takes me outside.
Yeah. What
Burning the house.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do more or is that good?
I'm down.
I think we'll do one more each.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's So me and my family used to live in a townhome in Houston, Texas. I happened to sleep in the room next to the townhouse on the right side of ours. I remember I was little when they used to live an old couple in that house. One day we saw an ambulance outside and it had taken the old lady. A couple months went by and we didn't see the old guy anymore. But one night I was trying to go to sleep and I kept hearing babies crying and people going up and down the stairs. I thought maybe new people had moved in, but I was wrong. Not only did I hear it, also my mom and my sister, and ever since that, people would rent out to the townhome, but they wouldn't last a month. And up until that point that we moved out, we kept hearing noises when nobody lived there. I'm just like, Blanca, I can't sleep in the dark. I always need a light now.
Oh my God.
That's the worst. When you're like, no one's there, but you're hearing noises. I would actually pass away.
Okay. When my friends and I were in middle school, we experienced an encounter with a ghost we called La Doña. My friend came over to the house and we were talking. All of a sudden, the light in the kitchen starts flickering uncontrollably, and we called my other friend to come over. They had their experiences with La Doña. There was another time where my sister saw a ghost and was afraid of sleeping in her bed. She slept with me in my twin bed for a while. It didn't go away until we cleansed our room. Oh,
that's scary. Do you guys believe in room cleanses or no? Or like, what's that thing that you use?
Like sage.
Sage.
Personally, I don't think that's godly. I grew up very Catholic and that does not align with my beliefs. But you do you, baby.
Do you like reading in Spanish?
You're like, but we don't judge.
Yeah, I listen and I don't judge. But don't bring it to my house. Sorry.
Cuando Cuando era pequeña, entre 8 a 10 años, en las noches me despertaba a medianoche y solo me quedaba despierta en mi cama. Siempre cuando despertaba, siempre miraba a una persona caminando enfrente de mi cama, de un lado a otro. Yo despertaba a mi mamá y le decía, Ma, hay alguien aquí en el cuarto con nosotros. Y ella siempre decía, no hay nada, acuéstate y duérmete. Pero I still remember it was like yesterday. I also had a doll that would talk at night without any batteries on the muñeca. Me and my mom ended up throwing it away. LOL.
She's like, LOL though. Cada quien.
No. Muñecas. That's why every time Penny has a muñeca, I turn it around.
Like, you're going downstairs.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It starts like kind of at the middle of a sentence. So
I'll probably should put it in the questions box, but
no. Very strict and didn't like my ex-boyfriend. I decided to lie saying I was watching the game, but instead I snuck around the school with him. It was very old school, built in the early 1800s. It's also top 5 largest in California. Anyways, there was always old stories about a couple kids who passed away from freak accidents, but never thought anything of it. The time we walked around the whole school just messing around, and then we decided to cut through the baseball field, which was right behind the football field. As we were almost halfway there, I turned around to see a black, tall figure staring at us from the corner. Before I could react or speak, it quickly ducked almost out of sight. I froze and couldn't tell my ex that I had just seen as we walked through that corner and that hallway and hadn't seen anyone. Nonetheless, I never went to another football game, never went to the school at night, and never disobeyed my parents. As Mexican folklore states, when you sneak out behind your parents' back, the devil appears.
oh, I'm gonna tell that story to my kids. Y'all better not do nothing behind my back.
Because you know who knows? Jesus and the devil.
And he gonna tell me. All right, guys, that's gonna be the end of our scary stories because I'm already spooked. I feel like this podcast has been spooky from the start.
Yeah.
Especially because you guys saw the scary pictures. But we're just gonna end with a fun little scenario. So basically, Noemi and I are gonna say a sentence, and like you'll finish hers and you'll finish mine. Okay,
right.
So there you go. Finish the spooky scenario is called.
Ready?
Wait, so it's supposed to be scary?
Yeah, but
Okay.
like you can finish it however you want.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're driving down a dark road and see something glowing in the woods. Wait, I like the next one better. Can we do the next one?
Sure.
Scratch that. I think you'll do better with this one.
Okay.
Our toddler starts talking to someone we can't see.
Finish the scenario.
La muñeca. La muñeca que
Well,
habla y se mueve.
what do you do? Like if you're
What would I do?
yeah. It's like finish the scenario.
Oh,
Like, what's your next move?
le hablo al padre que venga de la casa y bautizo a Penny otra vez. Me bautizo yo mismo, una limpia.
Oh, hell.
Okay, babe, your turn. The lights go out and our Alexa whispers something creepy.
I'm like stomping on that shit outside, like stomping the Alexa to like at little pieces.
Okay, but what would she say? What would creep you out?
What would she say?
Yeah.
Imagine you're stomping her and she's like, Jonathan.
I would be like, now she'd be like, I see.
Oh.
Something like that. But like he's in here.
Oh, no, baby. That was too scary for me.
Yeah,
Never mind.
You're
Not allowed.
canceled.
Oh my God, you guys. Anyways, happy Halloween. It is October 31st. Mañana es Navidad. So this is the last spooky podcast you'll hear this year.
And a different setup.
Yeah. We had to decorate and change
For
everything.
Thanksgiving or for Christmas?
Both.
For both.
Okay.
But thank you guys for being on.
Thank you
we
guys for
appreciate
having us.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Barnacle
guys.
Boy and Mermaid
This was
Man.
fun.
Yes, thank you guys for
I
being
can't
here at
feel
10
my
p.m.
stomach. My waist is literally in my liver. Like
Non-existent.
Disappeared.
Clock
Clock it, baby.
they got me a small. I
In
don't
women.
even know how I'm breathing right now. Literally a small.
Wait, if you guys could see his whole outfit right now.
Oh my god.
Stand up.
That's why there's a pillow here, guys. For a reason.
Well, if you can go see it on our TikToks,
Yeah,
guys.
go to
Those are
TikTok.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Happy Halloween, and we'll see you.
In the next one. Bye.
Bye.